Hello and good morning and happy Halloween and welcome to the meditation live stream. This is Scott and also happy Friday. I hope that you're doing well and that you're in good space. And here on my channel we like to do a meditation technique that involves the different dimensions of our being. And because we are multidimensional beings, we practice with awareness that helps integrate those dimensions of who we are. And at least of who we are is our body, emotion, mind, and relational dimension. And awareness is really the fuel or the glue, or both fuel and glue, that really works with spiritual practice. And when we become more aware, we become more whole, we become more connected, we become more we have more of an ability to make choices. So because it's Halloween, today I thought I'd talk a little bit about fear and the some things to say about fear. And I had like 3 different ideas all at once, So when we're afraid, we tend to contract, we tend to come inside. But we also create disconnection. And anxiety and fear work together to kind of, they're like, I like to think of fear as one of the cardinal emotions. It really helps direct your life. And, when you watch like a scary movie or a horror movie, there's release of chemicals in your body, like when there's a jump scare moment, it activates the startle response in your nervous system. And you can see how tension and the startle response are used quite often in scary movies or in life. That the startle response is a part of both the emotional domain and your physical domain. But really it's also about awareness too, because you're not aware of the monster, around the corner that jumps out. But then suddenly you become aware of where the monster is, and it's set up in such a way where the startle response is a part of that. And that activates in us the fight or flight response. It's very old and survival based. If you're a primitive person or, like in the jungle and a tiger jumps out, you need that startle response in order to survive, because you'll go into fight or flight. And the important point I'd like to make is, we need fear in order to orient and direct our life, but we don't want fear to dominate our life and to dominate all of our choices. And the way to really work with such a powerful built-in nervous system response is to really set time to work with awareness. Because when we refine our awareness, we learn, it's sort of like the metaphor I've used in the past. It's sort of like turning a light on in a darkened room. And then you can really see what is there that's actually there that could be harmful. The metaphor that is used quite often is that you're in a dark room and you look over and it kind of looks like there's a snake in the corner of the room. But then when you turn the light on, you realize the whole time it wasn't a snake at all. It was a coiled rope. So the illusion of darkness, the kind of the way in which darkness and lack of awareness, we'll say, colors our life is very common. And when we practice with awareness, it's like really turning the light on and seeing things for more with which they actually are. And because life is not a movie, in my opinion, life is not a game or a structured movie. It's really deeper than that. You know, a lot of people like to say life is like like we live in a matrix or we live in a movie, or, there's a reality to life, and life becomes more real when we practice with awareness. And that reality is like turning a light on and being able to see more and understand from clarity. And from that place, it really helps with fear. So that being said, we'll start today with a reading from the Tao. And this is a translation from Demo Mitchell. And I'm reading, if you've been following me, you've been doing this too. I've been reading the stanzas as meditation, pointing out instructions that help for practice. And today we're on number 35, Universal Peace. Hold fast to the great image, and all beneath heaven will follow. They come to no harm and dwell in peace and harmony. Music and fine food cause passing travelers to pause, but the Tao, expressed in words, is bland and without flavor. Look for it, and you will not see it. Listen for it, and you will not hear it. Use it, and it cannot be exhausted. So, starting today with our eyes closed, begin by tuning into your body and your body sensations. You can feel the temperature, tingling, pulsing, and sense of aliveness. Feel the subtle energy movement in your body, and your body's contact with the earth underneath you, your connection to the planet. You can begin the practice of feeling and softening. So on the in-breath, feeling your body. And then on the out-breath, softening and melting down through your body like warm honey, melting deep into the earth. And everywhere that the honey touches is cleansed, healed, purified, and made whole. And as it melts down through you, it collects all of the impurities and brings them down into the earth, where that energy is transformed, transmuted, recycled. each cycle of breath, you get a little bit closer to your body and melt just a little bit deeper into the earth. Great, and then bringing your attention up now into your heart space, feeling your heart, center of your chest. You can imagine as though your heart is like a sun or like a flower, and on the in-breath you breathe into your heart, and on the out-breath softening and expanding your heart. And coming in contact with your emotions, you can notice what is emotionally present for you right now in your emotional landscape. You could be experiencing any of the 5 main cardinal emotions like anger, sadness, fear, joy, or shame. And without making your emotions right or wrong, good or bad, just allowing yourself to feel them in the shared space. Great, and then bringing your attention up now into your head, feeling your head. You can, if you like, breathe into your third eye space or your crown at the top of your head. Either way is okay, whatever feels correct for you. And on the in-breath, breathing into your head, and then on the out-breath, softening and dissolving tension in and around your skull. And you could begin to notice how busy your thoughts are in your mind, how busy or active your mind is. And just remaining uninvolved with your thoughts, you can always come back to feeling your head, your body for grounding, and the earth underneath you when you notice that you get pulled into a thought. Today, my mind is a little bit busy thinking about the past and the future, and that unfortunately I left my thermostat on during the meditation. But I gently come back to feeling my head and my body and the connection of my body to the earth. And it helps pull out and have magnetism of my own to work with the presence of the moment as like a magnet of its own. Great, and then now we can spend some time with our eyes open, gently opening your eyes and allowing the work that we just did to remain present, keeping your eyes soft. And we'll practice in the relational dimension. So on the in-breath, feeling outside, all around you. And then on the out-breath, inside, in your interior world. Outside world on the in-breath, inside world on the out-breath. And just notice the difference between the two. You can take your thumb like this and place it in your lap for grounding. And you kind of feel like now add in qualities of love, compassion, and gratitude to your practice. You can feel love, compassion, and gratitude around you on the in-breath. And then love, compassion, and gratitude toward yourself on the out-breath. And just practice sending and receiving love, compassion, gratitude. Be love, compassion, and gratitude for everyone having a safe, fun Halloween day. All the parties and all the children being happy and safe. And then from here we can set our prayers and our intentions for the day. I'll be quiet, allow you to do yours. May this work that we do transform our life, offering up blessings and healing, and ripple out into the community. Amen. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you have a fun, happy Halloween. And I'll be back again tomorrow for more meditation. We'll go for a little bit longer on the weekend at 6 a.m. and we'll do about 50 or so minutes. And have a special day, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.